Yo, mi mamunina Joe the Bar Capital Radio 97.1 FM, the heart of music. Kwesi ada foforo assign Edru na your favorite program Moment of Awakening and Edru Sui. Ye samba betwa ye nkomo no so. Se nipa wa hen na okobobra foforo bi anase owu a na wewu eneno yene edipa wom nso omatena se asuade ehu ade akwa akire na omo be kire yen dia wom nso omunim ne ka o se Varun Ghana Limited ana asoya sene omo the program we brain Varun Ghana Limited omoton batteries apapa branded batteries VGL almost sign ties original ties are kesiye ties are ewa hoden ties are eche almost sign abobo ya any VGL abobo ya any motorbike and also ye VGL abobo ya no etumi before etumi load eche engine ye kama original pa auto unyanto abobo ya dium. And a motorbike nso no ne nante ye kama fuel consumption ewo from kra ne bo no so da from ne nyina to 4 bo almost our batteries ne check eye papa no push enti Varun Ghana Limited nso amwo lubricants ye kire oil a yedugu engine mu amwo gear oil amwo hydraulic oil ne nyina ye VGL premium quality virgin oil original chemical be frame or your original kasankasa udi gu u engine mu ana o gearbox mu ana se o hydraulic motor mu a bon se ebeche ama yie mediani kosi asise and aha a Capital Radio 97.1 FM the heart of music ye kan mo se program we etwegu ewo YouTube a Capital Radio capital ne K 97.1 FM Capital Radio KAPITAL Capital Radio 97.1 FM Ana esa tragu ewo YouTube Capital Radio 97.1 FM same oko YouTuber like page no nabeka ebusuane ho YouTube so subscribe to the page nabeka ebusuane ho yes stream program we live ewo your website which is capitalradio971.com capitalradio971.com yene Christopher edis ankomo we life after death yene nkremofo edis ankomo we life after death yene womo a yemfa ne say traditional practitioners almost yene omadi nkomo ma kire yen se nipa wu a onwi ewo baabi a okọ ebi se okọ asamado ebi se okọ hell ebi se okom ko she Abraham abusum Abraham bosom ye twen omo se se wuwa enu anu no wo mo ye papa no eko she Abraham kukum ena ebi nso eko hell ebi nso kwa asamando na mebisa wo mo se na se nchichemu abadada ene sa judgment no mo kan mfaso obe na wo so if say judgment na ho ne ye chichem ehun se okay o ye judge no ba wi asa wa mebobra papa bia anti no ko na ko sofa anasa ko na ma weni nje ena dodo na afre mi say still program na ye no still omo feel omo omo say nkomo no ye nhede ndi mani nsi ye enti ya tonsa afre Prosper Doche Agbenke ono our White Eagle Lodge ena Mohammed Go Shuaib ono oye Eckankar ni omo so ombe kire yen dia nipa owu abia nipa owu a okọ mema munyina akwa abampenyifo
enua
o de also be come brofo ho untitwi
what is speed that you understand but I can feel comfortable when I speak the English but some of the terminologies in
u de ka twi ne program enye okay na fa brofo no fra mame aha
English
English okay English o ka brofo no bebre a we try most of the listeners know ego aha enti ya damu asipi mesha asie free Mohammed ho se yesi obi ewa asie kyeresen
se ansa na nka mesha se nka Eckankar de program atembia ye bompaye na ye de dwumadie no ahye ho konkonsa na empire tabo no HU nyankopɔn kukumudi ntibiri bia wo pese woni ho konkrudi nkita ho bia no utumi katawani utumi tena ho na watna na wachi eye straight na ne watwe from akomu no wapu na upu no be 3 times na watu hiu may the blessings be. Let's just say empowerment to be 20 minutes a day and so out to so be the chebe ka ho asem and
you know as it say
you know nyankopon kukumudi
ayere
nyankopon kukumudi
kukumu
the secret name of God
mo ede hu
yeti we odo nsa esi waso a now block sound bia wo beti sound bi wo mu se o vibrate wo beti se o vibrate sa sound no aside that air koni kwampa humi ti sound no
you say nya no ni
no yes no me just a sound be a universal sound in all sounds. A universal sound in all sounds. So kujina transformer ho that's the sound I would hear. Ujina fridge wa would say ntem ka say wan ka sa wotu yi. Sa wo don se me enu si waso. Now block ni ya. Sound that will be vibrate no. That sound of you. This sound no ana to. Do you traditionally ye nananom so mukọ efum ana awuremu a na obi yira no mo hwe na omo mmo nipa kro din omotu hu abribia so metu hu no obi nso ye de eje so this sound no enye ene sound ade bia ho tetetetetete de na na mina yeto ba ye ne nim ne mfa so ene se ene akoba ye se hiu no ebribi na woto nso so a uhu biribi ewo abrabom woto a ema epagya huhum mu ema wote nyomase ema otumi hu die si bibi etwemu eti hiu ni die this is that question that ba ebetra kama asem
Nyankopon kukumudin na amenti ase no we know it is sound but eden na Nyankopon kukumudin I'm wondering how you arrived at that.
Yes intemeka say just
one what they imagine
yes say idea wa fa onsa ehye
no the other can I don't dispute it yet sound no we bia na say yet no na be ye Nyankopon kukumudin na me your problem
Bible mu krampa Isaiah 55 verse 1 omo old Bible no nye current ones na abano old Bible no Isaiah 55 verse 1 ewo ho o si hu wona honhom sukom de o meginsu no ba current one no mo ye free. Okay. It make us say look for the old Bible because in a new pina coso. She need to be by English do more free.
Okay. Problem be anyhow.
Yeah.
Enti edi uwu.
E kaso uwu a. Uwu ni say kra no afiri nipadua no mu. Ekwa wa madu.
De ne kra.
Good. Enti question na ne ka no. Say ye ka se kra eye ade efiri nyame mu o de ba potoga be say spark of God or particle of God efiri nyame mu ndi so hwe Christo for reference omo ye edema ye say onyankopon bo ndote na ohome enkwa home gu mu ma obeye okra tiasefo de ama sa kwesi system bia ho nsem akwa de ni say instead say ye be ma ya adwene akọ ye bebia ye free baaye because humi na free nyame mu no ana ma ye krati asefo enye dote no te o say ma adwene kọ kra no so no na de adwene akọhye dote no so nti bebre na adwene say o enipa na o kra wo ba Eckankar mu a ye jidin say ye yakra na saa asasis lower world ye wono ye hia saa nipa hunamdue ne de atena ha nti kra ne de afinyam kra no ne ye nipa su ankasa we de tade na mehye tade ye hye wu kɔ na kɔroto no ma sɛ huni mfa so nti wu no sɛ kra ne firi ebra kra ne efiri nipa dua no mu no ye se wa firim ana e obri bi a kra no tumi firi mu no asaba ye obi also okoso so a oba omma in that same body obesesa hunamdua foforo no de aba nti ya no ne ka se obi ewu kwa a osaba nti yen no ya reincarnation edi karma reincarnation because untumi nye eyi asanyo ne obeyi efirim ba se ka se ye be discuss sai na disi hunu ehe ne efiri ba ha wo ye hwan ana me ye hwan yetimi answer sa question na eno ne bebo aye menya ntiase ehu se sai nipa yewu a asa anase yewu a kra no da so ekoso edi ne dwuma because ehu se kra no nko ana nipa dua no nko nti we de tade na ma hye suit na me aba program mi me fi me kofi a me kɔrɔ ma peta foforo ahye me ro tade we tade ne huni mfa so bi abiu nti nipa dua a hye saa asasi so ewe saa we ni ewo se hye de tena ha nti ewo hei wu se ba office ye hye casual we ne ba wo kɔ mining na okɔ underground a owo costume also ede ohye nti Eckankar gidie ni se ye ya kra ni nyameti nti ye ni ye wo kɔ anse ye bo wiase enye se ba ye anse be bo wiase ye wo ho anse ye bo wiase ye ni nyame ewo ho ba ye ti hodom no na se ye nya hwe nti ye nya suehunu bia wa brabom enu nti ama enso ye nda odo adi ana nyame ye se ene also o pa bebi ma ye koku sua bi konya experience e wa brabom ene obo the worlds nti ye higher spiritual worlds and your lower worlds the lower worlds no ye as a physical high way physical and your astral world near the causal plane near about meta and then etheric so in the other bar has to be a positive and negative but on the higher spiritual world no only a positive into your self-realization and your God realization.
Kra no maminti asie you.
The major kra no. You can say kra. Kra no. The efiri nyame mu. Mamemfa Christopher in example. The
efiri oti saying
kra no enya oye honhom. Kra no ye honhom. Efiri nyame mu. Enti enwu. Kra no enwu. Ete hoda because efiri nyame mu nti efiri nyame mu no enya de otitem bia ukọ se me fifi abaha me sa kọ meja nchen nti ya abaha ibedi dwumadie bi dwuma ba ne ba bedi wa asase so ye ba se ibesua kwan a betumi de kwan a say to receive God's and then receive God's love and share God's love through service. Inti ye ba se ye besua odo. Ye bu type the ban se besua odo.
Now let's keep to the subject matter. I will deviate man kakra. You're going too far. My question is no. Yes, that's my question.
Capital Radio 97.1 FM so na uti.
O say efiri nyame o chere me baby efiri ayeba.
Yes.
But eyedien
na me chere o say ye fa Christopher creatures of Genesis 2:7 or say onyankopon ebo dotie na ohome nkwa home egu mu na saa nkwa home no ebe ye kra tiasefo di saa home na efiri nyame mu no eno ne kra no.
Okay, Mate. Mamenko dochiho. Brother Agbenike. Brother Agbenike.
Yes.
Okay. Sesi obi ewu a ase chere saying. You can treat English, no problem.
Mr. Kosiasi said, there's nothing like a death. We don't die. We don't die. I'm telling you the truth. We don't die. It's only transformation. We don't die. You see, these are spiritual questions. You've asked first question that what is a soul? What is soul? The soul, wherever the soul comes from, it's only God who knows. Human being, you can only develop at a certain stage, and you can see your soul. It's just like you. It resembles you. During your sleep state, through certain meditation, certain level, you can see your soul. He will reveal himself to you, and you will see it. So in this case, when it comes here like that, at the certain things, you don't have a word to describe what actually soul is. It's within you. Anyway, we have a lot of body in the system, in this physical body.
No, but I don't know whether he was referring to soul or to spirit. Which one? He was saying
talking about soul.
You were talking about soul.
You were asking about the soul. I'm saying that the soul, where it comes from, there's no word that we can describe. So we use the word God, God. There's no word that you can describe. We say God, just to symbolize it.
So the soul is God.
No, I'm saying that where it comes from, where does the soul come from? Nobody knows.
Okay, I'm not asking where it is.
I'm making a point. I'm making a point to you. You ask me a question. What is the soul? I'm saying that
he introduced it. I asked him what is death.
You asking what is the soul?
Yeah, I asked him what is death.
Yeah,
and he says when the soul leaves the body, then you can say that person is dead.
Okay.
So then I want to know what the soul is.
Okay.
And he's telling me where it comes from.
I
want
see
to
that
know
your
what
attention was in the soul. That's why I also thought in this way.
Because if you are talking about it, you should know what it is.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But as I said once again, I'm saying that when you reach a spiritual level, a certain level,
you can't describe the soul.
You can describe the soul.
So let us know what it is.
You can describe the soul.
Okay. What is the soul?
The soul, because physical eye cannot see. Physical eye cannot see. So it might be difficult for you to use certain word to describe it. When you lie down on your bed at a certain, because you reach a certain stage, you can see your soul.
How does it look like?
It resembles just like you. You can. I just want to go far too much, but I'll go. Don't worry. You can see your soul. You can see your soul. You can see your soul. You enjoy it.
I didn't ask you whether we can see the soul. I said, what is the soul? How does it look like?
I'm saying,
I just want us to
it's just like you. It resembles just like you.
What's the idea?
Sorry?
What's the idea?
Of course, Miss. Yeah.
Also, Diana, somebody near them. Also, Diana. Now, when I'm Diana at them. But who pico who you may be? A be on more at the betcheno. Also, me so Diana say, me call baby. But what to Punum? I order them. Nipper at the demo. Dear now, do call a kunyasa experience now, Obeshen.
So, Opa come and I could say, hold it. He's introduced. Oh, come and I could say,
the make Kakusian say, a bribia nipa, Diana Bedano, Crano, a frimu, a pea, and only the woman was into no catcher or say, so now can it say, wow.
But when him say me, let me a catamani and imagine I'm in America.
Yes, it's also part of it.
Is it the soul that has left?
The imagination is part of it.
So is the imagination
where your attention
is
wherever your attention
I'll come here. I disagree with this. We are not here.
Is you where your attention is. Soul is there.
Mr. Mohammed, I'll come in. You haven't called me, but come in. I disagree with that. That when you imagine yourself, see, brain, the physical brain cannot reach God. It's something within you. It is here, center of your heart. It is here. That's at the center of your heart. It's just like the whole world. You see everything. As I'm saying, it's a spiritual development. When you get to certain spiritual development, you understand all these things. It is said that when you understand what life really means, death loses its horror. When you understand what life really means, death loses its horror. You can read all the books, but you don't get anything. You can read all the books, so you can go to a library and search, you don't get. But when you do the practical, when you learn that you do the practical thing, you see. You can sit down and then leave your body.
So in other words, we cannot describe the soul, because I'm not getting the answer. So let's move on. Because he introduced the soul.
You have got the answer, but only that thing.
Okay, so what is the answer?
No, you know.
No, I don't know. What is the answer? What if you said if the soul left the body? So I'm saying, what is the soul? What is its consistency? How does it look like?
I say it look like you. You look at example you.
What is the consistency? Can you touch it? Can you feel it?
No,
can you talk to it?
You can talk to it. He hear you. As I'm speaking with you now, he's hearing me. He's hearing you.
Let me.
But you cannot touch it.
Wait, you don't. Okay.
Physical, you cannot touch it. The physical body cannot touch it because it's not part of this physical body. It is hearing, as we are here.
Has it got a mind?
The soul.
Yes.
That's why That's why I said, see, when person died, I'm coming. I will give you the answer. You see, when you throw spiritual questions like that, don't be expecting.
Is this a spiritual question? It's just
yes.
a simple logical
No. Because no, it's not logical. You see, somebody too was using imagination. I come in here and say, no, I disagree. It's not logical. You see, I'm growing, so sometimes I used to forget certain things.
No, we all forget. That's normal.
So, Mr. I said once again, as I said, we don't die. It's a transformation. Life continues after death.
Okay, now,
I wanted to...
No, hold it for me. I wanted to know, once you talk about something, you should be able to describe it. You should be able to tell us what it is. But if you're just mentioning it without telling us, I want to mean at the crunch, and I mean, but what would you say? How is it like? How does it feel like? But you're only telling me where it came from. I've not asked you where it came from.
The activity of the spirit in the body is the soul. You see, if I come in this way, you will understand. You ask me a further question again. The activity of the spirit in the body is the soul. But
what is the activity of the?
You see, I know you asked me a question. That is your job. It's good to ask questions too. So because you see, word cannot, in the spiritual world, we use echo to talk.
You want to contribute?
In the spiritual world,
you want to contribute? Give him a chair. Let him sit down and contribute. There's no problem about that.
He said, the whole one that he knows.
He wants to contribute, so we'll give him a chair so he contributes, no problem. Yeah. But who can tree and come up if the program?
Because the school that I attended, the mystical school that I attended, because the mystical school that I attended, we didn't use tree or a danny or gun. So I'm saying that the soul is not a physical thing that you can describe. You see a scale.
So how do you know it exists?
You see a scale of fish. Have you seen a scale of fish? The scale of fish.
Yeah.
That's how the soul is being hung in the spiritual world. That one is another topic. It's another topic altogether. So you can't use physical word to describe soul. Physical words describe soul.
So we can't describe it.
Even the name that they call you, because as he said, that is not your name. Soul has its own name. That's not your name. We just identify as a question. As he said,
you are Joseph Ablekwe, right?
Yes.
Okay, Joseph Ablekwe of Eckankar. You give him the microphone. So let me tree a man patch. Yo. Yo, Mawakwaba, Uncle Joseph.
Yeah.
Yo. Enti yesi ubie wa asie kyerɛ sɛn.
Said Emma Miwurem is the question of what is soul.
Mayenka death no yebe.
Death. The we even goes through death. Anytime you sleep, soul leaves the body. And that is what you call dream.
Country mami. So what tree. Okay.
Anytime bia oda bia okra no free hunam duanum eko explore esamba usori a usi o masudai. It is so leaving the body, and that is how death looks like. Now when you wake up in the dream, you now become aware clearly that you are dreaming. That is also another level That is also another way. It's an awakening. And when you become more awakened, when you are in the dream state, you know that you are dreaming. And that when you wake up, you write it down. That awakening is there. And it continues like that.
Let him.
Until death simply means you leave this body, this physical body. Finally, you drop it. That is what we call death. That is the final dropping of this physical body. You won't come back to use it again. And when your friend will say, well, but soul doesn't die.
Okay, DNA soul.
Soul is a spark of God.
At the same.
Let's take the sea to be God, and you are a particle of that, a drop of the sea. One says, a drop of that water, they call laboratory. The quality of that drop of water is the same you have in the sea, but only that the sea is bigger. Now, when you are sending that drop back into the sea, how does that individual drop identify itself? And to self-realize, to become individualized, to know who we are.
Inti soul no. At the same.
Soul is a ball of light, a beam of light, a ray of the Holy Spirit.
The consistency is saying ye to me who you kasa
one thing is that soul is shapeless. It's an atom of God. It's shapeless. It has no form. That is why soul, as it is, can occupy an elephant and can also equally occupy an ant. And even the smallest atom, amoeba, soul can occupy it.
Has it got a mind?
Soul doesn't need the normal mind, but it has its own way of perceiving. It perceives. It doesn't think. Soul sees. So when you unfold to a level, you perceive. You don't think.
Can you prove this?
You see, one thing is that you need to experience it to prove it to yourself. If I tell you, you won't believe.
How do you experience it?
In Eckankar, we have spiritual exercises that we do. Muhammad has just introduced a basic spiritual exercise, the HEW. Now, when you go to the internet, go to YouTube, even the scientists are coming out, they are doing a lot of experiments with the sound. They are all picking from this sound of HEW. At a certain vibration, the body structure of particles of things change. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it before. The sound. And one thing is to prove things, no, me explain it. So in Eckankar, there's a problem. If there was a time now, me no yari. I also have exams to write. It was getting to end of how do you call it, semester. I was so concerned. I want to see exactly how my mother is faring and the nature of the situation they were describing. They said that it was one of the eye, the left one, that had a problem. They did not tell me which eye. They said she has eye problem. So to ascertain and try to see how she's feeling, before sleeping, I made a request, want to see what actually she's going through. And then I found myself at home. She was coming from our hall, and then I saw her. She was in a violet dress with flowers, this type of. And then I saw the way she has sort of grown lean, and then the very eye that was having the difficulty. And I did change, and I said, oh, fine, I'm okay with that. Yema akwana me koduri no, the same dress ana owom no, and one me ko to say na washe. The eye, the way, everything I saw was exactly as it is.
You saw it how? Where?
Soul has gone.
In a dream or in a spiritual practice?
In a dream. No, when you lift up yourself, the dream is a part of it. As we sit here, we are dreaming. In the morning, what you did, can you remember what you did in the morning? If you can remember, it is part of the dream of the day. Some things we don't care, so it's gone. Some things we care, so we remember. That is part of the dream. So here we are living, it's a dreamland. Everything around us is a dream.
So where is reality?
So is real.
And it's a dream at the same time.
So is a... No, this physical life and the things that we go through are dreams.
So where is reality? That's the question I asked.
And when you unfold and you enter, you go deeper, you actually meet with the reality of life.
So now what's the difference between
yourself.
reality and dream? What's the difference? Between reality, because you're saying this life is a dream, and I want to know what is the difference between reality and dream. Between reality and dream. Anyway, I think we are shifting. Now, let me go to you. So when no, you have to sit. When said okay, you said you can't speak the tree. So pardon me, but I'm on fan chair. So obiti tree no oti brofo no can not teach you man in church to na omo ba na ne. Obisi brofo na no Mary Sama enti mun fan chair. When the soul leaves the body, where does it go to? That's my next question.
When the soul leaves the body, where does it go? You ask me a simple question, but it's not a simple question to me. It's not, the question you are asking, they are huge questions. I know. There are huge questions you are asking me. That if the soul leaves the body, where does it go?
That's what you said.
No, you've asked me a question.
But that's what you said. You said, ask what death is. Anyway, you said, we don't die.
Yeah, we don't die.
But my father is not around.
Oh, he just leave the clothes just like my brother.
To me, he's not here. So he died. So where is he?
He goes where he come from. He said where he come from.
Where?
He come from a place.
Which place?
You know.
If I know, I won't ask you.
Oh, when we came here, you said we should not underrate you, so you know.
I don't.
You don't.
I said the underrating is my kind of knowledge I would want to seek from you. Because I really want to know. So when the soul leaves the body, where does it go?
I'll give you a parable of fishes, if you don't mind.
We are listening.
You see, the fishes in the river, they have gathered themselves. A lot of them have gathered themselves. You know, there are many, both from the sea and the river. Few of them gathered in the river. They were arguing that they say we come from water. You have never seen water before. Why others were, were fully somewhere. Only few of them were arguing, just like we are here. Oh, Kojo, they say we come from water. Some say, oh, have you seen water before? Do you know what it is? They should say, one of them, a few of them said, I heard of a very big fish inside the sea. Let's go. It's full of wires. Probably might tell us. From the river, they are going back to the sea to go and find that big fish, not the whale. The fishes carried their luggage, their bag, their water from the river. As they were going, it took them so many years, even their clothes was torn. So when they went to the sea, they saw, it took them so many years, they saw a big wall. So they knocked the door. Ko. Say, yes, come in. They all entered. Olu, we were told that we come from water. We've never seen water before. We don't know what it is. They say, oh, my children, foolish you are. See, you come from water. When you die, you go back to water. And they were all telling themselves like this. So when he told them that when you die, you go back to water, something has happened. Today I will not tell you what actually happened. Today I will not tell you. When he told the fishes that, my children, see, You come from water. As we are speaking now, you are in the water. When you die, you go back to water. Something happened that day. I will not say today. So when you are, I know where you are coming from. The question you are asking, spiritual matters, math, you can't describe it. But we are trying our best. We will try. We will try.
Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Ose okra no e free enipa ne mu se nipa ne okra refu ekohi.
Ti ene na me kire mu se yenya emo ma wiase no na yeni nyame ena wo ho.
Ewo himfa.
Ewo nyankopon tebia bibia oti.
Oti
nyame wo.
Oti.
Me no nim se nyame wo ba bia. God bibia ho me mframa ko mu bia na nyame wo ho. Nti nyame ayese mframa obi ahome bi. Ba obi adu no mre na se wo home adu level no egu ahome. Na ofri body no moko. Nti Eckankar ye gidie se one hunu unipa su a saa nyuma yi nti ase be ye din amawo. Because obi hunu se wo ye nipa keke a wonti ase. Eti no panaka se nyuma bi ho no mo a o ka se open fiscal a
no misrawo
enti de make ko sim se
nipa no ekwan
nipa ni wu a wo hwe your chat bi o hase your chat bi o hase we ni ye va se the entire universe of God enti wo hwe ye division a ye wo lower worlds and ye wo higher worlds be kan ahase no say higher world lower worlds no ye wo physical plane ye a higher ye we and ye physical. Ufi physical na wako astra. Ufi astra na wako causa. Causa na wako meta. Meta na wako etheric. Eni na no eye lower worlds. Enti sa lower worlds na hani o negative and positive waha. Ba wako the higher spiritual worlds on ma that's fee for the kono. O no ye positive. Enti hono na krea no ye free eba asase ya na eba no. Ya amfa ya masa akwa. Nyankopon de akade bi ekan ho se famra dwetire ebi ni say is a quality of soul ebi ni say
we've not gotten there yet we've not gotten there yet
oh peke efiri baby obviously the answer no
we've not gotten there yet
me to the can ask you but the me say wanya kra no enti ase a ebe de say obetumi ate sa answer na ase
the necessity wo kra na ase
because the dikan ebi ase ye ka say kra ho asema ye kan ye bobo hu still open proof say be proof the kra but kra so idea your experience you live with it you are part of it oda eso da ye wo pie wo hu nyoma pi na wo de no eda hodom entini na kra na adwuma edi enti bibia kra no be active no na hunamdua no relax se hunamdua no active na kra no aye passive. Enti kra no de
you're still deviating.
You
are complicating issues. I ask a very simple question. Dear you who say a kra no free the pedro anymore. No maybe say oh free more okohin. It's a very simple question.
And the uni said of Sikan and the uni. We want to make us only say nipa wu or baby.
Uncle Joseph.
Say yanyana ya jitum say nipa wu a yesi wa free.
Yeah.
And yesi oko baby. Immediately when you leave the physical body, you enter into the astral plane.
Okay. What is the astral plane?
The astral plane is the emotional body that we use on that plane. It's part of you. Your emotional body is the astral body, the astral plane, the astral body, and it operates on the astral plane. And also, that is the first heaven. If you are talking about heaven, sir, that is the first heaven. We have the second heaven, which is the causal plane. That is where your memory. Niama bi wo ho a unkai wo ho a utumi share wadamfo. Now say this I know you. Then the name comes. It means you were using that particular area to assess that name. Wapikiaba. So it's part of you. As the mind. And it's a immediately depending on in fact, say be somebody being commit suicide. And the spiritual law etia whom for say emra. The moment you leave the body, because you cannot handle a problem, you decide to hang yourself. And the Ukraine Kobe, you just hang around the astral plane here. The next body you come back.
Now wait, this program is called Moment of Awakening.
Yeah.
And as I said, Nipatiasia.
Yes.
Where is the astral plane? How can we find the astral plane? Where is the consistency?
Jesus Christ said, "In my Father's house are many mansions." The mansions we are talking about are various planes of existence. And as we sit here now, we are operating in this physical plane. Now, if I want to sort of see what is happening, maybe on the astral plane, what I need to do is to lift my consciousness, and I can use the astral body to see what is happening. And the astral body can walk through this wall and go out and see what it needs to see and come back.
If you say consciousness, what does it mean?
Consciousness is awareness. Awareness. Or one's levels of awareness, because it can expand. Are you getting me? It can expand, and the more it expands, the more, because so is that soul can expand, and as it expands, the consciousness also expand. The level of awareness is expanded. When you are in KG, you are limited to few things, and as you grow, you realize that you are picking a lot of information, and those information expands your awareness and expands your consciousness.
Okay, so when you pass away, you go straight to the astral plane.
That's the place mostly.
How does it look like?
The astral plane. Wow.
Does it have trees? Does it have houses? Has it got soil?
There is a museum.
Has it got a moon? Has it got a sun?
The astral plane, most of the dreams you have, you operate there. Have you ever dreamed before?
Oh, okay.
You remember your dreams?
Yeah.
Only that you have not awakened in your dream before. That I know that I'm dreaming.
Ask me a question. He doesn't answer.
No, let him. I don't answer questions, please. I don't know. That's why I've invited you.
Yeah.
If I know, I'll sit here alone and teach. Yeah.
So you dream. Where we dream, most of the places where we dream and go to, mostly is the astral plane.
So whatever we see there, whether we saw mountains and trees and rivers, they are all there.
They are there. You have this astral museum is there. Most of the inventions.
Do we eat there?
Most of the inventions we have.
Do we eat there? Do we eat there? Because most of the time when you are dreaming and you are about to eat, then there's no food.
You see,
do we eat there?
On the astral plane, there are structures, beautiful structures. There we have an astral museum. There are a lot of inventions that are here. Now, you see the gadgets you see here, they are still primitive, because we are yet to actually refine to their original state. The first computer that was built, the person who perceived it and saw it in a dream state brought it, and the only way he could develop it is to build something so big. But as the consciousness expands, what happened? A lot of things came in technology, and now we can have a phone as a computer. Are you getting me? Because the pictures are becoming more clearer. People are now seeing what it needs to put together to get the fine machines that we are developing. They are all there as prototypes. Anything that is yet to be invented here is there as prototype.
30 minutes past 6. And then we'll find China and a woman I am say Chino, I'm better neman would treat no more problem Kakranti, Mr. said, Unimubia, obetumi actually near Macanasi, Abomadia, Namofanche. 30 minutes past 6. Yeah. Oko Facebook I streaming a Capital Radio 97.1 FM.
Yeah.
So Oko YouTube nso ayɛ streami ɛyɛ Capital Radio 97.1 FM. Oko your website so ɛyɛ Capital Radio 97.1 FM. Yɛ kae mo sɛ VGL Ghana Limited ana sponsor sa program way. VGL Ghana Limited omo wo ties apapapa, omo san ewo batteries, omo san wo eniema bebre.
Very good. G, great performance. L, long lasting. That's VGL.
We want some demo mo. Me can full VGL motorbike amount and anti-kama fuel consumption. Jet VGL aboboya ewa huodin etumi before any load bia. VGL omo durable tires akesia pa the caterpillar tires articulator any nketwa and sanso enwintem in slow load bia metre suitable for all terrains. VGL pure virgin premium lubricant to set engine oil, hydraulic oil, any gear oil, specially formulated for peak performance or engine besu kama no fitamubia. VGL batteries also a powerful, reliable and strong. No yempia after 7 so 8 VGL Niama a to 4 block Fred 0243 67 5020 Kumasi Alaba and Crime Caprice anywhere VGL Ejatuatua Ejadum
Long lasting. That's VGL.
Yo, damwasipi VGL Ghana Limited de kai mo say VGL omo na omo so yasne VGL ewo ties apapapa omo de edema articulator de edema omo friend low bed any caterpillars akesia pa kama pa original enwintem omo rough ties any smooth ties and afin so omo batteries papa omo sizes ni nyina omo batteries na eche Otobia unu huda omusan wo lubricant pure virgin 100% pure virgin oil omo engine oil omusan wo hydraulic oil omo gear oil VGL wo aboboya oto a unu huda eye adwuma tumi bepo etumi load engine ya kama omusan so ewo motorbike intibomodia alaba obehu VGL ewo ho Alaba Obehu VGL ewo ho number is 0243 67 5020 0243 67 5020 and crying cap price ena sign so ewo wa ene baby anipa wu a okone no ho nkomo na ye di no ye ne Eckankar ene kasa ena White Eagle Lodge 4 ene kasa enti no yesterday pie ne de brofo na no odin that mo de beche you a very special guest in Suwaha, Joseph Ablepa, on also Eckankar and all boy. Joseph, I'm round chain. Now we can't never be free. Into Nipa call Astral World now. Young fan say, if you say we are bonia, Ubeko baby, we are why a bonnet, why a papa, Ubeko Astral World. And I want to let Star World and will be a hobby. More judgment counsel for you people, and you don't have anything called judgment.
Original question, say Nipa Ua, and Fana Yako, and an American say, Bibia, Ufri, Hunan with moi, yeah, the Astra plane, Nipa Bebre, and an American say. Diana yes Sukrano. We are already visiting those places. Already. Only that say upeja uhumwa. Utmi ehuniama deeper than others. I don't know the differences between us no. Ubitmi huniama deeper than another person. Because of yeah level of awareness. Your level of understanding. Ena dia hwehwe. Obi wo ho or problem. Papa ya na otaka sai no. O say ni engineering work no. Say o share problem bi na ontumi hu aya. Okoda. Obeda sorry no. Na wanya answer no. Where did you go to? He has gone to an engineering a warehouse. On the astral plane, a picky information wo ho ayede aba wa be solve the problem nti otaka say eda sumu no oho niema bebre nti yewu a oho no de nti na me kan say ya na say ye kohoba de bia usu die a wo ho ebi wo ho yen kai say asu die but as soon as you sleep you are in the another dimension and the first place is the astral plane sa susu na uwu a oho na o enter first.
Now ufri ho ahina woko.
Now depending on, I would say in Eckankar we talk about karma and reincarnation. Karma and reincarnation. Africa yendim asana abrofobae because ye wo obi a it mean be say when na asamba ebimu na nkwara bebre susu obi akwara bi behave cry it mean say asimasi na asamba. Enti in Africa we know that ye wu a ye san den ye samba. Enti ebi wo ho no say we say usamba oti ase e asase su bi ebetua o life so there was boy bi a onya 3 years and I was starting a cancer or see obi kunu and I odi no kosie baby enti o starting can nsem sa no na a place for got interested in the issue on them of they said quickly they follow up and or see obetimi akire mu baby a or see no and it was in a cemetery or bush baby ampa omuko dru ho and okire baby kura
true story
yes
esiwe
the story is on the this in YouTube there are a lot of stories so personal ones so am be kachiro
okay tio
na akwanu akwanu eko kire omu baby a yakun yesie no omutu ho na omuhu na so o in actual fact ekoma bi na odi adwaneti ni muma ha ampa omuhu na there was a broken in the skull was broken with the mark of an axe na osan kire say the axe was also buried somewhere near the area ohoso mukotu you know no one and I say the person who did that ni pakra oyesa no otisa community we mu ni fie ni omukoduru ho no omu narrate the issue ni nyina kire no na afi no maka say 4 years ago a scientist called Kiev got lost in that community. The mystery was solved. Sa akwara we akọ asan eden aba atmia kai sa ne ma no ayeden asolve that mystery.
Intelligent no nko aka na de ba bebere nkai.
Onu na asem no esi ni ayisu. Unim de ntia okai sa ne ma nyina the memory of those things. When the death took place, he was standing there looking at the body. What did I say? Until oko osambaya took another body in another embodiment as a baby now. At the age of 3 now, or started the memory came back. No, he was able to list all those things. At the age of 3, 4, 5 no, say uni akwara ebon komwa obetimi aka nsema chiro pi ye jambotrema omwa omuka nsempa.
Are they not imagining things?
No. Look,
so
my son, my son. Look, my son,
he did this and he did that and he did this.
Boss, my son, who was 5 years, was taking care of
Katri Mamina.
And now I me back 5 years boy. Na ni mami ajaye a crawling boy or no na or area. Na ni mami dwari. Boy no pese okro eko your friend saying a washroom ho. And the elder son who is 5 years was trying to persuade him not to enter. Why yes why desperate. Then he started complaining. Ude ye usu sana ye pata okra na unyai sana dajo ta na oya akora no osu sa ye pata no kra no yeden onjai so ya de wo ye no na kra se ne se na ni mama bisa no se ta na o brajo dajo eye akwara no na wo ni hwan then it's sealed off want me and can be abuse. What I say, I have twins living with me now. Omu mami, me wife. Ni mami. Oh, 2017 as a visa. And ni grandmother so that was about 2 years before then. Na ni ba echo picky seed and was intending to abort. I don't know what happened. The communication was between them. And my wife called her now called two nufu say, hey, and yes, sir. Into the then keep it. You can even lead to your death. Now before then, na ni mami in the dream state, I catch them and say here, say who terminate side they will obey them, ubu. And before my wife went, and also advised her not to. Or somebody no now I sound so that ni mami catch them and say look, your dad says so I got two nuanfu. Na enche yebeshia. Nti ono so sorry and say enche yebeshia say. Me na me wu abeshia wa na say whatever it is. By the end of the day, twins came in. In actual fact, baku enkomodi diemu kwara enkomodi diemu obi ko ni baby a na ususu di nechi. Baku no na eba ni banche. Who is my wife? And ni grandmother so so dey adwani. Onti ono ka chere say ono oba ni baby. Ena ususu di nechi. You see, Pacho, ye ma hu kwa nkwara no hu omu kan sempa. They tell us stories. Which means if you are here, we are here to learn. Now soul actually our true home is the soul plane. Is the fifth heaven. Soul plane. There it is positive. Now yeba asase we so to send the Muhammad kano yeba asase we yeba asase be suya odo. Nti se oba na the capital you are giving. Odi di abro, odi ye we are, you go and come back again because you have to come and learn love. Enti so obi wo hona on to me and pick the lessons of life. You go and come back. What I say?
Yeah. Casamity,
yeah. Until you go and come back. Until going and coming, yeah, we have gone and come back thousands of times, millions of times, in different embodiments.
Nyabutre, maminko agbenke. Dia okano. Dia na okano.
See, stories are stories. Reality, truth is done at a certain level. Stories are stories. Just, you see, he's answering some of the questions you throw to him by giving you an example of certain things that he sees or he was told.
Enough experience.
Enough experience. So, for me, as I'm sitting here, if you ask me a question, as you be asking me, you will continue to ask me a question. I remember somebody asked those in the churches. They say Jesus Christ do this, you do this. He said that. What of you? You, if Jesus Christ did that, you what have you been doing? What can you tell you? What can you tell yourself to me? Who are you? So as I'm sitting in front of you today, then you ask me spiritual questions. I will not go to the book. I will go straight forward to you. That, as he said, when your soul begin to expand, in other words, in this, you need to get certain spiritual eye. Then you can be able to see your soul. But the one he talk about dream, everybody dreams. You will dream sometimes. You say, okay, I've taken something, and then that's all. It could be real. But while you lie down on your bed, as you can, somebody will say, I'm going to bed. Then someone also say, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to bed and sleep. Going to bed is different from going to bed and sleep. So he said, you lie down in your bed, and what you want to see.
Talking to the microphone for me.
Yeah,
We can't say this.
what you see, you want to know much about spirituality, about certain things. So books, I read a lot of books. That didn't help me. So I decided to practice. When you practice, you speak less. So sometimes I feel like, what word should I use to describe the question that you ask me? Now, when you have your eye,
What eye are you talking about?
the eye.
Is it these two eyes you are talking
you see
about?
that I pause. I don't know what answer I'll give you.
What
Sometimes
eye are you talking about?
you answer I will answer some questions and I will go to bed. I'll get problem. Yes, it is true. I'm telling you.
What problem will you get? That's my answering a question. You
Yes.
go to bed. How?
Yeah. Word cannot describe spirituality. Word. WORD. You can't.
Joseph.
But you see, one thing is that nyame amfa bibia ahinta ye o. So there are no mysteries. You get it? There are no mysteries. The word heal that we introduce to you, ukwa, practice it, and you experience yourself as so.
Many things.
Now one thing is I to say nyame di bibia hinta ye, and it is only some people who can actually interpret through the say encrophobi and now almost animdia now bet me interpret amawa anyantia God's creation and what God actually meant in the scriptures and all those things. Now what about an individual who cannot read even the tree Bible and cannot read even the English one? Oh no, doesn't the spirit communicate with that person? What you say? Anything in Eckankar no, and found I even cry. Say intellectuals cry, they suffer in understanding some certain things because the mind will always try to analyze what spirit is communicating. And the soon as you start analyzing what spirit is communicating, you get it wrong. What you say? Because soul perceives, it doesn't think. What you say?
Okra no perceive doesn't think.
Okra no ohu ano ahu. Unya tinka said this is what is happening. And no. And one thing is say so unya tinka say bibi cause you call and I say bia go to the left and I call fam ubenku and I fa now utena say now analyze here. Now so oh we there baby I can say me nko no hold the ya na akronfo hunting me mpa ho na ha na ya na eda ho udi wadwin na calculate you obefa no obekwa kwotu amane. So when spirit directs, do it, but it should be on something that you, through your experience one positive instructions, because if it tells you to go and kill I'm not sure it is a good ma what you say enti nyame amfa bibia anyede ansie in Eckankar.
I have a question for you.
In Eckankar,
I have a question for you. Samuel Abwa say they said they don't know what a soul is.
Yeah.
But they are trying to tell us where it comes from. How is that possible? I think I've asked you that question.
Obi can say on what soul is. Nipa uye okra.
Okay, Kenneth Sapon or say is the soul the subconscious mind?
Let's come to that. So nipa, your true identity is soul. Na so no enya ade a obet me di this physical ade ahu. And one thing is if you are the light, how do you see yourself as light? Say bia o nine and I say oh those things. Those are physical embodiments. But soul itself, when you are watching with soul, it means to say you the whole this thing is a ball of eye. Sometimes you can perceive soul like that. One kasa all your cry. Now so all your cry, and I like a drop of water na mikano. Say opo, nyami, and so a drop of water. How do you perceive yourself as apart from yourself? You are. What they say? And then you can say, so eti say elephant and our soul eti say nipa and I say soul eti say soul is pure spirit. It's an energy. It vibrates. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So you are soul. Experience yourself as soul, capable of leaving the body at will. Now, when you are operating in the astral body, you see yourself in the astral body. When you are operating in the causal body, you see yourself as the astral body. But you are not the astral body, you are not the causal body, you are not the mental body. The shape of the astral body, this physical body, and nothing I been with me manifesting as ghost. Oh, me who asimasi. Obijina ho na asan yira. The person is using the astral body, and no dey na set to bet your true identity, which is soul, light.
Now, sir,
astral, a ball of light.
Sir, astral plane, causal plane. Muye na muhi.
Ohona sir, you know this flying saucers. This animal no call her.
The
lower astral.
You mama ni din.
Who there to heal? Nyamia body and also. Question me on my say one question. Yeah, Ubisa. There are some things you yourself have to prove it to yourself.
No, betre. Me nka say prove betre me. What can be? There are a lot of people who are listening.
Yeah.
And I'm saying higher moment of awakening.
Beautiful.
Unka enjana sa. Ese wo chiri mu.
Yeah.
If obi tro buka. You have the glossary or no one. The bibia we used to be word we used to be of for say yera or ma meaning or chirasi.
Yeah.
Sana program with you. And you mean I can't place was una de buy.
Yeah.
Until una de buy you should how about saying a muhu ye and what did I make an answer? Until we
and one thing is when you leave this physical body, and then the commonest idea and if obia bit me atiase any edaiso. Anytime you be that
now me call astra. But what can beyond astra? Inti me so that astra na mko. Inti beyond astra
Obi can say so no ankasa no any den. And I can say so person who so the way I tear. Ebia obi person who say so no e wo ti e wo nine e wo ai. It is not like that. And I make no. And even the astral body no say this physical body no, but the in vibration no higher. And no kra na ya say we are in part me who say ghost near no. And no so enye so. I don't know me pay actually no. What you say? And I make can say so no a ball of light. So how do you perceive yourself as a ball of light or an energy unit? What you say? Any but it can see, it perceives. It has intelligence. It has free will. It can imagine. Those are the qualities of soul.
You see how the charcoal look like when you put charcoal in the fire, how it's flashing.
Capital Radio 97.1 FM, the heart of music. 5 minutes to 7. Life after death. And Mugusua Muti 05 min pato min be phone lines ni 0557 52 22 13. WhatsApp ubetumi asende o questions 0557 52 22 13. WhatsApp ubetumi asende o questions. Program we stream it live YouTube. Capital Radio 97.1 FM, the heart of music, is streaming on Facebook. Capital Radio 97.1 FM is streaming so your website. Joseph, I'm still with you. Mr. Wada. Fachemi. Now can be said depending. Obesa babim.
Yeah.
Nami bisao. A Christopher. Nkremufuo. Say you will be your friend on hell. ye will be a friend of heaven. Ye will be a friend of Abraham Kukumu. And Nanano so SC will be a friend of Asama Hando. My position was a description in any way.
Obunyana Eka based on their understanding. Are you getting me? And yeah, Eckankar yembu asoribia ebumfia. One thing is consciousness, no, as you expand ufri basic 1 ukode basic 2 ufri basic 2 uko basic 3 niema yebe chire ono emu as you go higher no emu yede emu do what you say ha enti ebim say there is hell and heaven because say na mini osofo bibo sa ehun komo ya see there is hell, they believe in hell and they believe in heaven. And I can say, oh, there's no just heaven. There are heavens. Or the mihuwa chinji say then because Omunim say we have one hell and one what heaven. But in the Bible it is said that I know of a man, whether in spirit or body, who is caught up in the third heaven. Now Onakasa Eko Ehun say, even in the Bible, no, it was mentioned that there is a third heaven.
Bible quotation, but no quotation.
Oh, me, yeah, I'm very conversant with those and better. It's a Paul. And I can say, I know of a man, whether in spirit or body, who is caught up in the third heaven. And Timika actually not say, I know I kakra, but he has to go and research because what I say, and a manity as I say, sir, or no, they can say hell and a heaven, as though they are two opposite structures. But we have heavens. Now, who can help the Americans as I say I was we and I hell. Because at least say if you pay down now even the astral plane you catch yourself about crown mabio. Because of her effect. It's an expanded area. And as one of the masters me say like the most luxurious hotel on earth here is like a chicken coop compare on what you see at the astral plane. Nema e fe oho. What I say?
At what point nipano ebesansa nechi abaha and also be to the next plane?
It depending on the spiritual unfoldment.
Spiritual unfoldment
one yini hunhum aide adru.
So say obi anyini hunhum ase kire se.
How much love do you have? On say obi oho e bona so a onu so bibo obi o. But obi so oho bona so a no ahwe o say o say nyame mpanche no okọ. These two people in spiritual development no, they are different.
Chidemwe.
Jesus. Ahu de na microphone no. Ayakayaka de na omoye ni nyina osi eja fache omo because omo nim de omoye a love, a demonstration of love. Peter etwa obi aso, what did he do? He fixed it back. Jesus fixed it back. And I'll catch and say no.
Is that possible?
Yes. Oh, is it not? Is in the Bible? When they were going to arrest Jesus Christ,
you were not there.
They say no. According to the Bible,
from the Eckankar point of view, is that possible?
No. According to the Bible, me demonstrate love. That
by using that example
in the Bible. Yeah.
Okay. Problem being.
What I say? There's a story in the Bible about Stephen.
97.1 FM. So na uti.
Omuntu na abo no na de na oye na obo mpa ese nyame mpa nche omo. Enti obi ye wade otumi di che eni obi a ye wade a umfa nche no. These two people bakwa nyini huhum echen bako. What do you say?
Hey, one of me treat Corinthians there. Mami Corinthians we no na me treat there to me kan so.
Corinthians chapter 2 chapter 12 verse 12 verse 2.
Kan mami. Me fa cho for man on kan mami. For microphone no man.
Ono nim kan pa.
Menko chi e ho no.
Mami quotation in Corinthians
chapter 12 verse 2.
Chapter 12 verse 2.
Verse 2. I say minim onipa bi wɔ Kristo mu a mfe dunani wohwim no kɔ ɔsoro a ɛtɔ so miɛnsa.
Chapter 12 verse 2. No, I don't have it here. Check your verse again.
2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians
chapter 12 verse 2.
Kind. And what can
I say minim onipa bi wɔ Kristo mu a mfe dunani.
Okay, yes. I know a man in Christ who 40 years ago was caught up in the third heaven.
Yes.
Whether it was in a body or out of the body, I do not know. God knows. Okay, let's go to you. From Joseph Mame.
And at least that's among who say heaven in your back. We have many heavens. Jesus said, in my Father's house are many mansions. Bakuni astral plane, Bakuni causal plane, Bakuni mental plane, and they were the soul plane. And it continues.
Until one day, I say immediately we call astral plane. Now,
depending on your spiritual
improvement, the next plane. We need to know whether
you
need
level
to come
of
back. Consciousness no be to esa obaha.
Yeah.
Ana esa otuaso. Na edie we say a bit depending on your level of consciousness they be determined. And we say your love no so ene bechere.
Yeah.
Intino love no Tiremwe, say love. I no tire say you are forgiving. Now buy say bono.
Nothing I was as so. Odo. That is the main purpose of our coming here. Ye ko by nyina keka we nyina is all about love. Because soul itself is a particle of love. But so na okra enim say odo. What you say? Not cry because nyami ankasa odo. And if we are particle of God, nyami just rama. Say nyami ye ja ni just rama. Yesu see odo. Sa quality no nyami wo no ewo ye mu. Be ye nim. What you say? Enuntina philosophers say man know thyself.
So where does justice
Jesus
come
can
in?
say man know thyself.
Where does justice come in?
Justice. So uye bibia. The law of karma. So uye bibi.
Is justice love?
I don't know where the angle you are coming from.
Good. Because you see your order.
Yeah. But we are not aware. So papa your hinu.
Role na justice a play because of you catch say Nyankopon ye justice. Nyankopon ye order. Nyankopon ye purity. Nyankopon ye say. Where does the justice come in to the picture? After the word na baby me free am.
Nyame your order. Now but there are spiritual laws. And no ignorance of those laws.
Now, Mr. As I say, we define it or don't know, say, you do be a share or baby or so, don't know.
Say every day you were different. We are talking about divine love.
And only a day.
Divine love, any odomapa. Unche ubi jeni because unimse unhia tomatoes ubi jambi. And yet, dear, ye woman, your friend say, or baby, na home fair, was me dono. Baby. We are talking about the divine love. Or domapa. Uye, ade ache ubia, uye, ache, because it is your nature to give. Everything in life is giving. It is only human beings we take. What they say, until a true level be we continue to give and give without taking. We give without even reward. We give without even showing off. Then we are practicing divine love. Obi yo idea krana. Umani nyawo ya, because there are lessons you need to learn from those things. Eyodo.
White Eagle Lodge for no so dia na muka ewo sa dia papa ya kan.
The love is there, but I will disagree a little.
Okay, let's hear your disagreement.
Yeah, I'll disagree a little. We have a divine practices that you do. If it's referring to divine practices, that's a different thing. You could see that you ask me a question. Do you get your money? Is it a love? You see a lady, you call, you ask her a question. I see my brother is dancing around the answers. Yes. You see, I don't know what to say again because I told you from the beginning, if I go beyond myself.
No, let him love. Let him speak. Let him speak. I'll put off your microphone.
When we say love, we have a divine love. It's all about practice, spiritual practice. It's all about spiritual practice. When you practice spirituality, there's something within the center of your heart. Then, when you get to that stage, you know what love is.
What is it?
Love.
Yes.
Love is God. Love is God.
Explain it.
When you sleep, not even asleep. When you lie down, when you lie down, just go within. You will see. You go within.
If you say
yourself.
go within, what do you mean? I will ask you that question. You have to break things down. Don't talk as if we know. We don't know. That's why we brought you here. So break it down, bro. Break it down so that a kid who is listening will understand, because we are learning. That's the essence of this program. Let's not assume that our listeners know what we know, though they may know or even know more. But there are also other people who don't know at all.
So it means that there are those who know and there are those who don't know.
So talk to those who don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
So now let me come to you.
Okay.
You say that we don't die.
Yeah.
What happens to us then?
When you die, so
You said we don't die.
yeah.
I told you what is death. You said we don't die. So what happens? Take your time and explain to us what happens to us after what we describe here as death. Where do we go from the White Eagle Lodge perspective?
Where do we go? That's the question.
Yes.
I told you that we come from God. We go back to God. So you were asking me, I should go into detail and explain more. And I said, I don't have the words to describe again, because these are spiritual matters.
So where is God and who is God?
God is very is mystery.
So when we die, we go into mystery.
No.
You gave me the definition.
When you die, I said, you go back to where you come from. When you die, you go back to where you come from. And you were asking me where do we go again? You were asking where do we go? And I'm saying that it's mystery. The physical mind cannot know. This brain.
So how do you know that you go back to God?
And that is why that when you
because if you don't know,
when you attain,
if it is a mystery, then how do you know we go there?
And when you attain certain level of spirituality, you know. When you attain,
but when you attain that spiritual level of, you should be able to explain that, okay, this is what I saw, or this is where we go to, so that people can learn.
Oh, I see.
You understand?
Yeah.
What do let's say the person has died. I'm not talking about spiritual practice. The person has died. Let's say my father has passed on. He's no longer alive. We buried him long time ago. Where did he go to? Is he with God?
You see, I've been to several places. You meet certain beings. You meet certain beings. They don't look like a black like you. They look fair like this human color. You see a sea, you see everything just like here. You are not dreaming, though. In this case, you are not dreaming. They go to the market, they do farming, you see everything. There's another level again you go. You see other different people, they also like a human being. They do everything. Then you go, in this case, I'm not sleeping, though. So that's why I'm saying that a certain thing, if I said,
you cannot sleep.
I cannot sleep.
Okay. Let me come to you, Joseph. Then it means you can't share your experience.
I can share.
But you say you can't sleep. You say you can't sleep.
Mohammed would also like to.
Let's hear him.
You can't say Yame your odoa. Yen hwe wi ase ewe. Ye ba no. Ni enim se ye bezisi adan wo ha mai wo. Ba wonyankopon e ma ye adwene. O ma ye nyansa ni nhunumu a ye de betimi de atena asase so abobra a be boa yen ne de aboa afefo. De ka se nyame ye odo a ti a ti hai nyame ni donti ne ti ha. Se nyame no ya anko moye ma asase so. Na do a wo ma yenti na obo ya bas de ka se nyame do a na ya poto ka se divine love odo a efiri nyame mu odo a condition bia entachiri enti nyese bia mi hu a oh Mr. Assistant ma metwa kuta ma respect because say me ni wunti ana o ya o man bi with me and the respect the man e was so cho odo de man ti ka se kra na nyese ya kra na enipa nko a o nyame abodie nyina nyame abodie nyina se ye nnua emoa bibia kra no ewom but say the see kind of omu na operate at a different level of consciousness. We say what say kwampo no. We say operate consciousness e operate different no. Obi fi say bia answer be or the man or na. On no level no. You can't begrudge him for that. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Awa, let me go back to Joseph, please. Mr. I need him. Joseph.
Hello, sir.
Inti akwala ye wo no a wo wuye. Odo be no be suyan. Based on your definition.
Me say two stories.
Say akwala bi wo ho a. Ya wo no na wawu. Oko. Eri no be suyan.
Oh, onim. Obia ni
faith yesen.
Obi wo ho no. Oba within that period. Obi kura ba now just one day. He has to manifest somewhere, pick some experience and go back. Kra na ejuma o. Hunam we de enya ibia o. Sometimes you can have experience. Ubenya ubehu nimdie bi, ubenya nimdie bi wahu. Abra kan book bia.
Na kola na ne maame so abot.
Ayo sada.
Nyabotre. Akola na ne maame abot nso e.
Oh. That's another area. That's another area.
It's not an area.
Abortion. Ura abortion more.
Not for the mother, for the child.
For the child.
Yes.
Sa kwa no. Sa kra no kra onya ura body no.
How do we know?
Sa fetus na yeah.
How do we know?
So no nya ura mu.
E be about 3 months, 4 months.
So no nya ura mu.
Then at time ben na so ni ura mu.
So enters the body at the point of birth.
How? How do you determine that?
Upe actually said 2 souls living in one body.
No. I'm talking about mamina wanyama no. Per your definition, Miss Bachome ba per dia wo ka kire ye no. O si ye ba ha si ye ba besua bibi.
Yes, odo.
Inti good. Inti die besua no.
Yeah.
And e betre say ye beko asan ba. Anase ye beto aso akọ to the next plane.
Yeah.
And I'm bisa say
akwala kitwa.
Akwala bi ya wonu. Mother didn't want child. Wa aborto akwala no. what is the fate of that child based on their wakan?
Yeah, say because of the choices the free will I exercise, you know. Mamino about it. Sakano didn't get the opportunity of experiencing anything here. Because it didn't even come into the body. So the first breath the child the soul enters. At the time the child is in the womb. What do I say? There's no soul in that.
How does it become? Then wait.
It is.
Then I think there's a
it is nourished by the mother.
Nabutre, I think there's a contradiction here. Because per your definition, without soul in the body, it is dead. So how can Nabutre? Let me land. You are getting what I'm going. How can a colonable woman womb for 9 months?
Do you know what? Oh, say pregnancy take place. Everything about the child is from the mother.
No, but hold it. Some mothers hear the children kick.
They kick because.
So, but kick no one free.
They kick because it's a living thing. What they here? They kick because it is a living thing. But
your gentleman has said right now that even animals walk so.
Yes.
So if the soul is not in the mother's womb,
we are talking about living things. Akwana or the mother womb. The blood circulation is controlled by the mother, the heartbeat of the mother. The nourishment through the umbilical cord, the child this kept fed, or did it through the mother. Ni mframa ohumi nyina no afri ni mami ho e na ekọ akwara no ho and satan ni nyina no that atade na ye nwuni na ewo ni mami yem no survives, kicks, does everything, and even cross it react to onions. So any mami twa je ni nyina it react to onions and all those things. Now the soul that will manifest in that body will be hovering around. Will be around. Enti ukasa oti. No, so no one say so it's very interesting learning about the nature of soul.
Okay, let me invite our
learning about the nature of soul. Enti as soon as a child is born, on soon now ombe tapuna the moment the first breath gets in, then the cry starts. Like Satan na okra room.
I mean, I don't know how you are arriving at that. But,
wow.
18 minutes past 7. Because we tear more analysis, you know. Now we tear explanation. I mean, what problem kakra. Because I'll say animal cry or cry.
Oh, they are souls.
And the woman, the child is kicking.
Yes.
A drew baby, na akolani yangona obewu. And
it is a body that
from your own definition, owo only comes when a cry every independent. Because we have stillbirth. We have stillbirth.
Yeah.
Akolani to me woo. Even before Yawono. And by your definition, say a crown is free nipedu anymore. And no, but I say that until the child comes out, the soul does not enter. Anyway, maybe a side question. Let me activate my phone lines. 0557 52 22 13 0557 52 22 13. Yeah, discussing live after the very interesting discussion here. And now we're also live on YouTube. We're also live on Facebook. Okay. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah. Now what to say? Yo, now your friend saying.
Yes, let me hear.
Yeah, free.
Miss Free, Asafo.
You you.
Let me follow conversation, but I think the explanation of the maso because
but you have a different opinion.
Yeah, I have a different yes, because the social even I've read several things, but the brothers of the Christian faith now. per moment explanation. What happens is when God created man in Genesis chapter 3, the moment God breathed in structure, he became a living soul. So it means that the moment I Friday you know the pruning, another take care. It means that there's a soul in the child. It doesn't matter that they need to come back again. So that's right.
Yo, yeah, that's CP 0557 52 22 13 0557 52 22 13. Yes, so WhatsApp is the same number for WhatsApp. Same number for WhatsApp. 0557. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, near your frost, Eminia.
Yeah, from a prince, I got a fresh vessel.
Yeah, Eminia.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think an entry at Diana and I said, double about them. And also, no more to Massimo. The follow here. I said, now, make fun to the program. I feel something. All those we need to learn our English. But the more now you feel something. Nipa Kasama. Maybe I want to be a na adia ba ba kan se me ababa ba me so dai ni nte da yo e bia o na be tini aboa de mu de se makopie de ba bia pie no na enipa e ti gu me hwe ni mu a esum kwa na da me ena asia kala ni na ya ko na asa torch me kura na fa ti bi se light se me torch ni ha me mu a ni me adi se me dia to me na ena o ma me na ka che me se me fa me kania e ma o na me fa me chimre papa fe me sa me ti be fia de hu e ne me body no e da ba ena ni adi a bitina oro me bi obeti ma chi ena me se me de nam de mo na me pia bonte me komi fiura o me rane de mo na ma na me ni mo na ma betina me de mo akunye ni afi me ni na mo no sa ba ko me bodi no afi me no bodi na na me se me wura bodi ni esa sorry but me shema enyi ena bitina akunye ni na me de me sa esun ti de me say ya say me so me ready no fortunately no me so ready ye me wo ya say me now for a me no mo afa say atatu we so me now for omo eto no na omo ye life worship e wo ready so abra me so ready eti me tie life worship na then a voice said to me say me mo Jesus Papa me mo Jesus and prayer. At once na me tia ko ni na achimi akwa ready to give mama na ni so ata na me dawo. It is the me kan ya kami eno apa eno na e ma na try na me di ye but adia be so egwu hu ye e na ma me try ya and then I said, and your mom was now, no, for my money, say, yeah, the end, the end, I did information, so am I, and I have that own to me Sunday. And I know what I can say, a Parantia, so that ni mo ye o kaka no na me ka se o follow o kaka no me ye ni nya ya me se e de bet ma ye se spam na kaka na no free be mama no e no na e bia o kara because o mo ye 1 billion e no no so ne Eti mi wuli sɛ at once no ana fɛn mo ne kusia no bi hyia no. Ɛhɔ nom a ɛna so no etimi bi a ɛyɛ ade yɛ kasa kue sɛ wokɔyi abasabu a yɛkasa ɔyɛ innocent so.
Yo, yabeda wasipi, yabeda wasipi. 26 minutes past 7. 0557 52 22 13. 0557 52 22 13. Hello. Minu ya majo.
Good evening.
Yeah, you're from saying.
But I have old friend Kokudia Sokoban.
Okay, you too Kokudia.
Yeah, the president of the maybe Ubi no the two sources the Ubi a Coco storage. Ubi a wall, storage. And we have seen, you know, or Samba, no more. And over the come there, or boom, but I will be with it. You almost that is the only part of it. Now, who tell you to talk or tell you. If you know, to pay almost so much you. It is nobody, the fellow, and then and when you tell you, the brutality, a hypocrisy, and all check over the Canary. From the point, then you can have up to see about helping. And we have no class no good, no book that is as much as you know, and was there. And so, okay, about no, so what that piece is, I'm afraid of what that people where they are. Almost change. And just in that way, almost so, and I'm so by that we burn out the young you feel good that. So, we did it, no time. Put that, maybe so, and almost change, and then you come to that bar. You go do it. And you know, yeah.
Okay. Yo, I'm be you one. Yeah, be so I'll send you what's up.
Somehow, I think that we will have something to be corrected. Public, I'm more educated. Public, I'm educated. So the public, I'm more educated, and I say, it's something, yeah, most of the money open away. As I say, yes, PP, one country, and senior more class. Most of the from a and the show that way, and more yama, one of the more yama. Second one, but there's no backing, there's no evidence there. Some book we see, and I say Bible quotation be to support what they are saying. So they are fathers, there's no basic. It is one person who saying, they should base on certain a book we say what you say analysis no I see so come on say I met you for 80 men and so I say madam
Yo, thank you very much for your WhatsApp voice note. Also, bet me send WhatsApp voice note. Factor warm. Chino na to me kind of whistle NDBA and then many people you be translated to Chino. They say consciousness no anything. Inti facha wo misrem wa mu fanche why hello
Hello.
Yamo wajo
Yeah.
yeah frost I mean
As a friend go could the man, as a flat on
Yo, yet you minia.
Must be a topic of Canina. You could not have a chinny from my papa. Now, you must have you in the trying to come out with a knowledge that you have on it. Now, I mean, video but
Yo, Yadawasipi. I can't say at exactly 7:45. Peske for Ebabeka, Omoyare Sabia home, Inuma Eddie Achere, and at 8 o'clock, House of New Glory. So, Ebabaha, no more near sorry. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, you want to say?
Bako.
You hear from say?
Within the Yaya of Furuku.
Are you yet you, Minia?
Okay. Say, Baby, Nipa who are there. And no man say Nipa, if we say we are to buy, you which was that I did this right for and a better. Your family so na your food, which means who are over family now. It's your home, okay. So, fine. And now, Corona, because me, if you say yes, it is if we say if we now it is who software it is software in the software which will describe what the software but that one is what here in the software hardware there who will and I do without the free. Kakra, can't say, you know, Abraham. Oh, sir, deep Pangatano, oh, yeah, a Biasley, space, what we can say. We say, that is Baba, oh, say, you I said, but Abraham to move the other, to move there. The woman of the about no. I phone. I got what the perfume to say yes, I bet I
yeah, that's CP. Mefa last call now. Questions now. Mubi say this. I woman now. Much him say. Ubi e wunso okobobra e wo baby fufuro no minim se omo wontire mu a omo de be man ya na yehunu hello Yamawajo hello aha majo ye fro say minua o say hello ye fro ko you too. In fact, but I have Madam was say Capital Radio 97.1 Miss Patron in fact course BAP main fact call BAP make I am say Varun Ghana Limited and our Omedi program we abraya.
Great performance L long lasting. That's VGL.
We want some demo me can full VGL motorbike amount and anti-kama fuel consumption jet VGL aboboya ewa hoodin etumi before any load bia VGL omo durable tires akesie pa the caterpillar tires articulator any nketwa and sanso enwintem ensuro load bia metre suitable for all terrains. VGL pure virgin premium lubricant to set engine oil, hydraulic oil and gear oil, specially formulated for peak performance o engine besu kama no fitamubia. VGL batteries so a powerful, reliable and strong. No yempia after sales service so a chia. VGL nyama a to 4 block Fred 0243 67 5020 Kumasi Alaba and crime Caprice anywhere VGL eja tuato eja dem
Long lasting. That's VGL.
Yo Prosper Bomodia how de la so we tree man. Summarize. Nipa wa henoko just summarize what you know.
Nipa wo de bia mi ni se oko jame ho.
Yo Mohammed Nipa wa henoko.
So de ye kana hwase no say ya kra ye frinyamimu. Nti nipa wu a osakọ eja no. Na say ye can Abibian say nipa no ewu no based on the level of spiritual consciousness and the spiritual growth no and they determine heaven kra oko obi on ma okwa obeba obi okwa on sam ma ye Eckankar enyi ni say obi wu mi ekohye no ko nyame ye odo onomodo nso no obo ye nti ye koboa nyame ene ye kana protocol say co-workership with God nti ye wo omo a so mo guardian angels omo ina wo mo so boa nyankopɔ ahenie utum kopi obi so no wa ye adoye bi afa otwe oni ko ya ohunu bebi afa se na oka obi o se wawu a omo ye ni se obi wu a kra no wu a ofri nipadua ni mu but our personality bi wa ye the astral body a otumi yusu the not until say nipa no wari incarnate on this physical tembia no ubetumi enya. So some of them can use their physical body we use omo physical astral body no e di operate enti na ma omo ko hu no a onu nya sa oyira and enye we ni incident several instances one ma bibisa de e koso enti nipa wu a ye ko eja ne nchen na ye ko na ne ye kohwe na nwoma ye ntimi anye ni ya ni asa aba abetoa so until say ibesua odo until say ibesua odo na butaye anyame boy de ba asase say mesua odo so obedo unua de de wanye odem umfa nye oyonko na mo na oyesa ade no eno epeja huma otumi ekoso na ye onwuma bi ampese me de so ye fe the 5 passions of the mind I think be eno na ebre ase ntimi enyini huhu.
We'll talk about that later. Joseph, well, final way, Mame.
So is eternal.
Okay.
And so exists because of God's love.
Last
oh, yeah. Okra. Yeka eternal. That on kra enwu. Ena eja entumi shikra. Nso entumi nyeden. Entumi enfo. Entumi fo okra kra. Entumi fa no susu. Ena then bio. Etu entumi entachi okra because it's an energy a unit.
Okay.
What you say?
Enti
obi Eckankar say there is hell somewhere. Ukwa shishia okra en onshi. Udi nutu jama
onshi. Obe sofa.
Onshi nwura.
So obe sofa.
Enye material thing. Material things na eya eshi. Na so okra.
I'm so be wo ho nsi ba to be sofa.
Then suffering.
Okay.
Then suffering.
Okay.
The yekom asase we so no. Esa echen de yo ho. Now one thing is osumbia ni omunti ase. And that is okay for everybody because everybody belong to a state of consciousness. Because we are in a classroom.
Okay.
And in the classroom we have class 1, class 2, class 3, class unyininu na niema bi wo hono na yede na
but na almost obi wu no okobra wo ba bi fufuro.
And those stories are there. Stories are no e wo ho. Ye won krofa they are so attached to this physical world say because obi wo hono edan na wasi anani yiri na owo wa ha no ni hu ye fair to the level say on pesa oja no to her so
it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. They want to manifest here in the
and
physical. They manifest but yeah omubre
yo me da sipi
do you see how it is?
Yetamaso mesdames wase Prosper Doche Agbenke Mohammed Go Shoaib and yesa tunsa frère Uncle Joseph Agblekpe. Mesdames wase fi Agblekpe me de kosi asise monto ankomo no ewo bia mo bia nyakopon adoma dasane on next week ebeseshia Moment of Awakening. Continue the discussion at home.